Right there, right there. Don't be scared.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. We're back with the writer and director of Barbie, Greta Gerwig. You co-wrote this film with your partner, Noah Baumbach. And I just learned earlier today that you accepted to write and direct this film from Margot, who is the producer.
Yes.
Without telling him that you're like, hey, we're going to write a movie together. I promised Margot we would, and you didn't ask him first.
Yes.
How did that go over?
Well, we found the text. I sort of like vaguely mentioned it, and he sort of was like, I'm not doing that. And then...
like, hey, honey, I got to go get some milk. Do you want to write a Barbie movie? And he's like, I don't think so. Okay. And then you came back later and went, there's the contract.
Yes. No, it was more. It was announced like it was like the Hollywood Reporter or something, and it said Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach set to write the Barbie movie. And
wait, that's how he found out?
Yeah, and we found the text. He texted me a link to the article and with just a question mark. And then I said like, oh, whoops. And then anyway, he had a wonderful time.
It worked out.
Yes, he did.
It all worked out.
It worked out.
It worked out. Yeah, incredible cast here. Besides America Ferrera, you've got Margot Robbie. You've got Ryan Gosling as the Tenacious Ken in there. I'm just curious. I also understand that every draft you wrote of this, he was Ken.
Yes, he was Ken.
You always knew he was Ken.
Yeah.
When did he know he was Ken?
He knew he was Ken later. But I think it was partly because we knew we were writing for Margot that we decided to cast in our minds Ryan Gosling, but we didn't know him at all, so we had to.
So it was just you watching his work. You went, yeah, that's our Ken.
Yes. No, it was I mean, he's an amazing genius actor, dramatic actor, everything, but I always knew he was extremely funny. I mean, he is extremely funny in lots of movies, but also his SNL appearances. He's like one of the great all-time SNL hosts. So I said this is I've written this for you, and he eventually agreed with me.
And boy, can he rock a fur.
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
Yes.
Did this? I understand this fur was his idea.
Oh, well, yes, we both, we share a very deep love of Sylvester Stallone, and he wore wonderful coats, and
especially in the 80s.
Yes, we're texting back and forth pictures, and so we decided Ken should have this faux mink, and then there's a big musical number in the film, I'm Just Ken, and he starts out like, I'm just Ken, and then he ends like, I'm just Ken, you know?
Yeah.
But better. And it sort of becomes this musical like dream ballet.
Sure.
But one of the ideas that Ryan had was that that he would have a dance duet with his mink, and that the mink would be fighting him and then love him and then fight him again, eventually defeat him, and that he would be birthed anew out of the mink. and somewhere there is a rehearsal footage of this.
Really?
But it's
DVD extras?
DVD, no, not. It's the vault. But the thing is, even though it didn't end up being in the movie, it was that kind of openness and everybody bringing such brilliant, wild ideas that allowed it to happen in its form. We had a fun week exploring what it would be if he did his Mink ballet.
Well, Greta, thank you so much for being here. It's lovely to see you again.
Thank you.
Barbie is available for purchase and streaming on Max starting tomorrow. It's Greta Gerwig, everybody. We'll be right back with Andrew Scott.